Every week, I meet men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who share the same concern with me. Doctor, I feel like my legs don't carry me the way they used to. I get tired faster. Even walking across the room feels heavier than it used to. And I always tell them this: you're not alone. What you're feeling is something we doctors call sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. It usually begins in the 50s, but it becomes more noticeable after 60. The thighs shrink, the arms feel weaker, and everyday activities like climbing stairs, rising from a chair, or carrying groceries start to feel like chores. But here's the truth I want you to take to heart. Muscle loss after 60 is common, but it is not a life sentence. You can rebuild strength at any age. Most people think of protein powders, supplements, or meats when they think of rebuilding muscle. While these can help, many people forget one of the greatest, most natural tools we have: vegetables, not just as fillers on a plate, but as powerful muscle-supporting foods packed with plant proteins, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that your body craves. Vegetables are often underestimated because they don't look like muscle food. But science tells a different story. Certain vegetables provide complete proteins or combine with other foods to give all essential amino acids, supply magnesium, potassium, and iron, nutrients that muscles need to contract and recover. Contain antioxidants that fight inflammation, allowing muscles and joints to recover faster. Support bone strength, circulation, and collagen production, which all work hand in hand with strong muscles. That's why today I want to share with you the 7 most powerful vegetables that rebuild senior muscles. Number 7. Green peas. It might surprise you, but one of the most overlooked muscle-building vegetables is the humble green pea. Most people think of peas as a side dish for children, not a food for seniors who want to rebuild strength. But I can tell you, peas are a quiet powerhouse. Just 1 cup of cooked peas provides around 8 grams of protein, which is higher than most vegetables. That's the same amount of protein you'd get from a whole egg. And protein, as we know, is the raw material for muscle repair and growth. But peas are not just about protein. They are also rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, B vitamins, manganese, and fiber. Together, these nutrients support muscle repair, bone health, and energy production. Vitamin K strengthens the skeleton that muscles attach to, while vitamin C helps produce collagen, which keeps tendons and joints healthy. And the fiber in peas keeps the digestive system running smoothly, ensuring that the nutrients you eat are actually absorbed. One of the hidden benefits of peas is their anti-inflammatory compounds. They contain flavonoids and saponins, natural chemicals that reduce low-level inflammation in the body. Why is this important? Because chronic inflammation is one of the biggest barriers to muscle rebuilding in seniors. Inflammation wears down tissues, slows recovery, and creates stiffness. By fighting inflammation, peas don't just feed your muscles, they protect them. Why peas are perfect for seniors. Gentle on digestion. Unlike heavy proteins, peas are light but nourishing. Affordable and accessible. Fresh, frozen, or even canned, peas are easy to add to meals. Versatile. They can go into soups, stews, salads, rice dishes, or be blended into a creamy puree. I had a patient in his mid-70s who had started to feel unsteady on his feet. His diet was light on protein, and he thought vegetables were just extra. I encouraged him to add more peas, mixing them into omelets, soups, and even mashed potatoes. Within 2 months, he noticed he could get up from his chair more easily, and his legs didn't tire as quickly when walking. That's the hidden power of consistent, nutrient-rich vegetables. So let's not underestimate the little green pea. It may be small, but it delivers big benefits: protein for muscle, vitamins for bones, and antioxidants for recovery. Now let's move on to vegetable number 6, a leafy green that not only helps build stronger muscles, but also keeps your bones firm and your energy steady. Number 6, spinach. When people ask me which vegetable every senior should be eating more often, one of the first that comes to mind is spinach. It's not just for Popeye. There's real science behind why spinach supports muscle health, especially as we age. Spinach is loaded with magnesium, potassium, and calcium, 3 minerals that play an enormous role in muscle function. Magnesium helps muscles contract and relax properly. Potassium prevents cramps, and calcium strengthens the bones that support the muscles. Without these minerals, even the best protein-rich diet won't translate into strong, functional muscles. But spinach goes further. It contains plant nitrates, natural compounds that improve blood flow. Good circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach the muscles, which is essential for endurance and recovery. In fact, studies have shown that spinach extracts can increase muscle strength in older adults when consumed regularly. Why spinach is essential for seniors? Provides minerals that regulate muscle contraction, improves blood flow, boosting strength and stamina. Supports bone density, reducing the risk of fractures. Rich in antioxidants like lutein and beta-carotene, which reduce inflammation. I've had many patients who struggled with frequent leg cramps at night. Simply increasing magnesium and potassium through spinach often gave them relief without any pills. That's the natural power of this leafy green. Number 5. Broccoli. Next on the list is broccoli, often called one of the most nutrient-dense foods in the world. For seniors looking to rebuild muscle, broccoli is more than just a side dish. It's a complete package of plant proteins, vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and fiber. One of the key benefits of broccoli is its high level of vitamin C, which plays a role in collagen synthesis. Collagen is the protein that keeps your tendons, ligaments, and connective tissues strong and flexible. Without it, even healthy muscles can't function well. Seniors with weak collagen often experience joint pain, stiffness, and poor recovery after activity. Broccoli is also rich in sulforaphane, a powerful compound that reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in the muscles. This means faster healing after activity, less soreness, and more efficient rebuilding of strength. Why broccoli supports senior muscles. Provides protein along with fiber for steady digestion. Rich in vitamin C to support collagen and connective tissue health. Vitamin K helps prevent bone thinning. Sulforaphane protects muscle cells from age-related damage. What I love about broccoli is how versatile it is. Whether lightly steamed, roasted, or added to soups, it holds on to its nutrient density and blends easily with other foods. I've encouraged seniors to make it a staple at least 3 times a week, and many report not just stronger muscles but also better energy levels and improved digestion. Number 4. Sweet potatoes. When seniors come to me complaining about weak legs or low stamina, one of the first things I ask about is their diet. Many proudly say, "Doctor, I cut out carbs because I heard they're bad for me." And while it's true that processed carbs like white bread or pastries can harm health, what most don't realize is that muscles need healthy carbohydrates for energy. Without them, muscles fatigue quickly, and even the best protein in the world can't do its job effectively. That's why I put sweet potatoes at number 4 on this list. They're a natural, unprocessed carbohydrate packed with beta-carotene, potassium, vitamin C, and fiber. Unlike simple carbs that cause sugar spikes, sweet potatoes release energy slowly, keeping blood sugar steady. This steady energy means your muscles don't burn out halfway through a walk or exercise session. Why sweet potatoes matter for senior muscles. Sustained fuel. Muscles need glycogen, stored energy, to perform. Sweet potatoes refill those stores naturally. Potassium-rich, this mineral prevents muscle cramps and regulates fluid balance, keeping muscles hydrated. Vitamin A and C, beta-carotene, converted to vitamin A, protects cells from damage, while vitamin C helps produce collagen to keep tendons and ligaments flexible. Digestive support. Their fiber supports gut health, which is crucial because nutrient absorption starts in the digestive system. I had one patient who constantly felt exhausted during her daily walks. She thought she needed more protein, but her real problem was lack of fuel. After adding roasted sweet potatoes to her lunches, she told me her legs felt lighter and her stamina doubled within weeks. Sometimes the solution isn't more supplements, it's choosing the right natural foods. Number 3. Brussels sprouts. If sweet potatoes are the fuel, then Brussels sprouts are the shield and repair crew. Many people overlook them for years, but these small green vegetables are packed with unique compounds that directly support aging muscles. Brussels sprouts provide about 4 grams of protein per cup, which is quite high for a vegetable. Alongside that, they deliver vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and powerful antioxidants. But what makes them stand out are glucosinolates, natural plant chemicals that reduce inflammation and protect cells from oxidative stress. For seniors, this means less soreness, faster muscle recovery, and more protection against the wear and tear of aging. Why Brussels sprouts are muscle protectors. Protein plus antioxidants. They feed and protect muscles at the same time. Vitamin K for bones. Strong muscles need strong bones to anchor to, and vitamin K reduces bone loss. Collagen support. Vitamin C boosts collagen, protecting joints, tendons, and ligaments. Anti-inflammatory power. Glucosinolates fight cellular stress, slowing down muscle decline. A patient of mine once told me he avoided Brussels sprouts because he remembered the bitter taste from childhood. But after I encouraged him to try them roasted with olive oil and herbs, he not only enjoyed them but noticed reduced stiffness in his legs after long walks. Sometimes, a vegetable we disliked years ago can turn into one of our greatest allies in later life. Think of it this way. Sweet potatoes give you the energy to move, and Brussels sprouts give you the tools to recover. Energy without recovery leads to soreness. Recovery without energy leads to fatigue. Together, they create a powerful balance, fuel for today's activity and repair for tomorrow's strength. Number 2. Kale. When I think about vegetables that truly stand out for seniors, kale always comes to mind. It's often called a superfood, and while that word is thrown around too often these days, in the case of kale, it's well-deserved. What makes kale special isn't just one nutrient, it's the way so many of its strengths come together to support the body as it ages. In a single bowl of kale, you get a modest amount of plant protein, along with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron. These are the very nutrients that muscles and bones rely on to stay strong. Calcium gives your bones the firmness they need, magnesium helps your muscles contract smoothly without cramping, and iron makes sure oxygen actually reaches your muscles so they don't tire too quickly. Kale also carries a strong punch of vitamin C, which helps the body produce collagen, the glue that holds together your joints, tendons, and connective tissue. Without collagen, even the strongest muscle can feel weak because the framework around it is fragile. And then there's vitamin K, which is rarely talked about but is essential for bone stability. For seniors, strong bones and strong muscles must go hand in hand. But beyond nutrients, kale has another gift. It's one of the richest leafy greens in antioxidants. These are compounds that protect cells from the slow damage of time, what we call oxidative stress. It's that gradual wear and tear that makes muscles weaker and recovery slower after 60. By calming this stress, kale helps your body repair and rebuild more effectively. I remember one of my patients, a woman in her early 70s, who often complained about muscle fatigue after simple household chores. She wasn't low on protein, but her diet lacked minerals and antioxidants. Once she began blending kale into smoothies and adding it to soups twice a week, she noticed that her legs didn't tire as quickly. She described it as finally having fuel in the tank. That's how powerful consistent nutrition can be. Kale doesn't have to be complicated. You can soften it in soups, sauté it lightly with garlic, or blend it with fruit in a smoothie. Even just a few servings a week can slowly strengthen the foundation of your body. Kale ranks at number 2 because it doesn't just help one aspect of strength, it covers many at once. It feeds your muscles, protects your bones, and gives your body the resilience it needs to recover. For seniors who want to regain independence and move with confidence, kale is one of the most reliable allies you can have. Number 1. Lentils. At the very top of my list sits a food that many seniors overlook, but I consider one of the most powerful tools against muscle loss: lentils. Now, I know what you may be thinking, but aren't lentils more of a bean than a vegetable? Technically, they're part of the legume family, but in many diets worldwide, lentils are treated as a staple vegetable protein, and when it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60, few foods can match them. Lentils are packed with plant-based protein, fiber, iron, folate, magnesium, and potassium. Just 1 cup provides nearly 18 grams of protein, more than double what you'd find in most other vegetables. For seniors who often struggle to get enough protein without relying too heavily on meat or dairy, lentils are a game changer. What makes lentils especially important for aging muscles is their balance of protein with iron and magnesium. Protein rebuilds, iron delivers oxygen, and magnesium ensures that contractions and relaxation happen smoothly. That's the perfect trio for keeping muscles functional and fatigue-free. And unlike many animal proteins, lentils also provide soluble fiber, which stabilizes blood sugar and supports digestion. This means the protein is absorbed gradually, giving your muscles a steady supply of building blocks instead of a quick spike and crash. I often recommend lentils to my older patients who want affordable, simple meals that keep them strong. They're versatile: soups, stews, salads, or even mixed into rice. And they're budget-friendly, which makes them accessible to everyone. And here's something fascinating. In cultures where lentils are eaten regularly, rates of sarcopenia and frailty in older age are significantly lower. So now we've gone through the full list, the 7 most powerful vegetables that help rebuild senior muscles. Green peas, a small but mighty protein source. Spinach, minerals and circulation support for strong muscle function. Broccoli, collagen protection and anti-inflammatory power. Sweet potatoes, steady energy and potassium to fuel activity. Brussels sprouts, antioxidants and protein for recovery and repair. Kale, the multi-nutrient powerhouse for strength and resilience. Lentils, the ultimate plant protein for rebuilding muscles naturally. Each of these foods is powerful on its own, but together they create a diet that fights back against sarcopenia, restores energy, and keeps seniors independent longer. The beauty is that none of them are exotic, none of them are expensive, and none require complicated preparation. They are foods you can find at any local market, and they can be cooked in simple, comforting ways. I want you to remember this. Losing muscle after 60 is not inevitable. Yes, our bodies change, but they also respond incredibly well to the right care. Every bite of these vegetables is like a small investment in your strength, your balance, and your freedom. So instead of worrying about expensive supplements or miracle pills, go back to the basics. Add peas to your dinner, sauté kale in olive oil, enjoy roasted sweet potatoes, and simmer lentils into a warm soup. These simple choices, repeated consistently, can transform your health more than you might imagine. Because staying strong after 60 isn't just about living longer, it's about living better, walking without fear, climbing stairs with confidence, standing tall, and enjoying the independence you deserve. Your muscles are waiting for the right fuel, and these 7 vegetables are the answer.